Tim Thomerson is a cult icon.
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
I remember him in the Flash TV series, playing Barry Allen's older brother and his catalyst to make him become the Flash, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah.
Today's episode is brought to you by...
Welcome to a brand new...
Well, I'm still reading Scud. It's a work in progress. Don't worry, Fly Tractor. I'm still reading it. It's a big book. Don't worry, by the end of the year, at least, it'll be up. But in the meantime, to keep you all entertained, oh, dude, do I have a doozy of a schlock fest ever? Trancers is an American science fiction film series started in 1984 by Empire Pictures and continued by Full Moon Features. All but the most recent film star, Tim Thomerson, as Jack Deth.
He's a Trancer hunter, stranded in our century.
Latest using stock footage from previous films.
You really don't know who you're dealing with.
The series consists of 6 feature films, 1 short film, and 2 comic book miniseries. Jack Deth is a cop in the 23rd century who travels back in time to 1984 to attempt to stop the creation of Trancers, an army of zombie-like humans for the first 3 movies. In films 4 through and 5, an accident in the time machine causes Deth to transport to a parallel world, the land of Orpheus, to continue the fight against Trancers.
Something tells me I'm not in Kansas.
Oh God, have I been geeking out on this shit. I mean, seriously. It stars Tim Thomerson as Jack motherfucking Deth. Coolest name of an action movie character ever.
Your name isn't really Jack Deth.
No, but in my line of work, I don't think anyone would take Maurice Death seriously.
The movie opens in the year 2247 at the corner of Blade Runner and Rollerball.
And the movie basically is a low-budget knockoff of Blade Runner and Terminator. It involves time travel, dystopian futures, and LA, which is why I like it, because I can almost make a drinking game out of the locations they shot.
Oh, yeah!
Most of LA is underwater because of a great quake.
I guess Maynard got his wish.
Figured I'd find you out here.
I like McNulty.
But why?
Because the way time travel works is it's like Days of Future Past, where you take over your ancestor in the...
Hold on. Assassin's Creed totally didn't rip this off.
Which is so weird that Jack Deth wants to stay in modern day, or 1984, where he's basically banging his great-great-grandma.
I'm my own grandpa. Everybody!
So knowing how their time travel works, McNulty's similar to number 5 in the Umbrella Academy. Come on! First one, it's a little girl. And the second one, it's a teenager.
Vacation's over, Jack. Time to get off your butt and go back to work.
Then they kill her off.
Whatever.
There was also a short film that went after the first one and before the second one. It was fun. It was good for what it was. And it was the last thing they did with Empire Pictures. So I had to bring that up. Here is the premise of the rest of the movies. First one, Jack Deth has to go back in time to fight these Trancers, which are basically zombie super soldiers controlled by a guy named Whistler. And then the second one controlled by his brother.
Can you hear me, Jack Deth? It'll be fun watching you burn to death.
It's great. He fights a fucking zombie Santa and... It also has Helen Hunt
wearing a Confederate flag.
On a denim jacket.
On a denim jacket. Cancel Helen Hunt. She knows what she did. I tried to see, I Googled, did Helen Hunt ever apologize for her jacket in Trancers? And nothing came up.
Because Helen Hunt doesn't remember that she was in Trancers.
Okay, let's say I believe this.
Which is why she did the third one as just kind of like a favor. We get to see Jeffrey Combs.
Fuck yeah!
Seeing a young Megan Ward, who's still hot at 52 years old. Oh God, I love Megan Ward. If you don't know who Megan Ward is, in these movies, she plays Jack Deth's first wife, taking the body of her ancestor, and she's like,
oh my God, Jack, it is you. The only man I ever had sex with.
But I know her for Freaked and PCU. And did I mention she's still hot now? Oh yeah. Third one is just over the top. You can tell their budget got cut in half.
Helen Hunt is here, and bless her heart for doing this, even though that she was already a successful actress by now. And her and Jack are splitting up.
I'm all over the place with this, but this whole movie series is nothing but jump the shark moments.
It basically jumps the shark and kills the shark at the same time.
The military is creating Trancers with the help of Frank's brother Larry, and Jack is sent to 2005, and Lena's remarried with kids. And he teams up with Shark to take down Daddy Mother, and he returns to the future, and all Trancers have been eliminated, and his new assignment is to travel through time to fix the past, setting us up from
4, 5, and 6. And oh god, are they fucking painful. I mean, for one, they did 4 and 5 at the same time.
Really jumps the shark here.
How the fuck does one wind up worse than the other?
Obviously, they went to straight to video because the format is even in television form instead of widescreen. It is bad. I mean,
come on!
Basically, they rip off the similar plot to Army of Darkness, where our hero goes to medieval world, but they still somehow have Trancers in it because, you know, apparently zombies and Trancers are kind of the same, but in this parallel universe.
The Trancers are the ruling class, so Jack teams up with the rebel tunnel rats and the King's Son, and there's prophecies about Jack, so let's see.
There's no way out of this place.
Now, Jack Deth will find his destiny.
I'd follow a man like that into the gates of hell.
It is painful. I mean, painful. I mean, everything from the Chosen One trope to, like, how it's a gun, you know? It's bad. But on the bright side, at least we see titties.
Oh, yeah.
None of the original cast, except for maybe the Dad from Monster Squad, returns in the beginning.
I mean, come on.
They retcon everything that happened at the end of part 3. Like, Shark, the cyborg guy, yeah, dies off screen, so you just see his head. So, there's that. But, oh god.
We're told that it's a month later, and Caliban is restored, and silliness happens, including Jack facing off against himself, and eventually Caliban again.
Part 6, it's painful.
So this one, they couldn't get Tim Thomerson, and they only had some video camera lying around from little Edgar's 8th birthday party, and they shot Trancers 6. Jack goes back down the line to stop a new form of Trancer that's more dangerous than before, even though they're taken out with a couple of bullets, so they're not that dangerous. And he doesn't go into an earlier version of himself. No. He goes into his daughter.
Phrasing?
Before I continue, let's bring on today's sponsor. No thanks to you. Yep, no thanks to you. We don't get any fucking hype, anything that really matters. And why hasn't Tim Thomerson and Bruce Campbell done a movie together? That would just be awesome. Them playing like just like old badasses.
Oh, yeah.
I'm about to review the comics, because that's why you're here. Right, Fly Attractor? Right? Shadow Vessel? You're not missing much. There was only like 2 comic books they did from Eternity Comics, and the first issue is basically a rehash of the movie. The second one, he's in the loony bin. And then they had another run by Action Lab, which was a dark and grittier version of the movie. Like, it's one of those things where if you read it, you'll just go like, dude, why don't they just do this and make a reboot with a bigger budget? It's a kind of a what if they had a bigger budget type of situation. I mean, it was dark, it's gritty, and yeah, just like the other series, the first one is basically a rehash of the movie. Second one, he goes to prison. So that's it. It was good. All in all, I give this whole saga a, well, probably a 7 out of 10. The first 3 movies are so bad they're good, but they have their charm. The second half of the movies, they should have just stopped. But, you know, straight to video crap. I mean, God, that second half just ruins the series altogether. But here we go. Make sure to check out the new issue of Lost Anarchy magazine, issue number 20, with our memorial to Omen Damien Troy, and of course RoboCop versus Maniac Cop. And yes, we will have more episodes of Shadow Vessel, and of course our actual review of Scud. It's a work in progress. Stay tuned. I'd go into detail, but you know, I'm just basically just trolling all of you anyway, so whatever. I'd say special thanks to people, but I gotta go on Sub Pals and YT Pals just to try to get 100 views on here, because the algorithm can... Coming soon to both Lost Anarchy magazine and Get Lost Mojo channels. We got some badass graphic novel reviews.
Hell, it's about time.
Check out our Patreon, and link in the description as you can tell, and support your cause. Shout out to our patron, Count Morivon, my homie from the Rainbow. I'm not gonna say what he does, but this guy is badass. Check out his channel. He does a lot of stuff on satanic poetry and other satanic Bible studies. And also a shout out to one of our other newer patrons, Janitor Jay. I've been a fan of his for years, and
Talk about nostalgia, huh?
And of course, shout out to our usual patrons, Ryan Zacher and the Fly Attractor. There's also so I hang out with rock stars and party with all of them, and don't have to shill out because they're my friends. While you guys badmouth California while living in California.